Professor Maths here again with another show. This time we're looking at angles in a polygon, filmed before a live audience of young people that like their maths. Okay, and it's grade E/D at GCSE. Right, guys. Now, I've said before in earlier shows, no point watching these videos unless you've got pen and paper handy. So, get yourself pen, paper, and ruler, and the right attitude, like these young people in the audience have. Now I've got rid of one or two. And we're going to find the missing angle. Right. This shape here has three straight sides, or three edges. Three sides. Edges are really just for 3D shapes. So it has three sides. It's part of a family of shapes that have straight sides called polygons. This is a three-sided polygon. You're probably more familiar with it as a triangle. Now, watch how I work out how big this unknown angle is. First, and we can skip this later on, I write down x. It's that angle there, plus this angle here, plus that angle there, must all add up to, well, 180 degrees, a half turn, bless you. And the reason is this, because they are angles inside the triangle add up to 180 degrees. And that's always the case. That's the fact that backs up this statement. It's called proving. Right, now, how do we work out how big x is? Well, if you saw one of our earlier shows on simplifying, let's gather together like terms. We've only got two like terms there, the number ones. X plus 160 degrees equals 180 degrees. So, and if you saw our show on algebra, so Daisy, let's make it, sorry, sometimes my shows are a bit ramshackle. We move any numbers to join each other. So x equals 180 degrees, take away 160 degrees. In other words, here's our answer. The unknown angle is 20 degrees. Right, I hope you're following this with me. Now, let's look at another example. Right, now I mentioned polygons. They're shapes, two-dimensional flat shapes with a number of straight sides. Let's look at a four-sided polygon. These are not to scale. Now, another name for a four-sided polygon is a quadrilateral. Any polygon with four sides is called a quadrilateral. Right, how do we work out how big x is? Well, what was the suggestion from the audience? Right, somebody, a bright young thing, has said 250. Let's see if the young lady's right. So we add up all the angles. And now the important thing, what must they add up to? In a triangle, they all add up to 180. In a four-sided shape, they must all add up to 360 degrees. And then could you write the statement backing up that claim? Angles in a quadrilateral add up to 360 degrees. Now the rest is just algebra. We gather together the like terms. Right, somebody beside me in the audience has stopped writing. just make sure you've got the reason. You have to put the reason down that's worth as many marks as the answer. So x plus 250 equals 360 degrees. I just heard the person that gave us the answer of 250 now changing her mind. Sorry, that's not very professional looking, is it? To 110. Let's see if she's right. X equals 360 degrees, take away 250 degrees, and well done, Sarah. X equals 110 degrees. Right, raise your hand. How many of you in the audience had that already? Okay, well remembered. So, to recap, if the polygon has 3 sides, a triangle, they add up to 180 degrees. If they have 4 sides, they must add up to 360 degrees. You write this down, we're taking the notes now. Could anybody guess, and it will be a guess unless you've come across this before, what about for a 5-sided shape, a pentagon? I see what you're thinking. You're thinking that they double, and that is one option, given the information we have, but it isn't 720. It's not 480. Somebody's noticed that, and we only have 2 bits of evidence, that they've doubled. It's 540, because the alternative is that the sequence, and we're assuming it's a sequence, it could be doubling, was one suggestion given just 2 bits of information, but actually what's happening is we're adding 180 each time. Right, we'll come to a proof as to why each time you have an additional side, an extra side, you add 180. Okay, thanks for listening.